StrikeForce is doing some very innovative things when it comes to cybersecurity. And with me for another update on what's going on with the company is CEO Mark Kay and also Executive Vice President George Weller. Great to have you guys back. Always interesting to talk to you about such an important topic. So George, let's start with you. So now that SafeVchat, Privacy Link have launched, can you share with us what the company is doing to increase sales for the balance of this year?
Sure. And in fact, what we're doing, Jane, is increasing sales, obviously, for the future this year and next year. Okay. So as you know, in real estate, it's all about location, right? In our business, in cybersecurity, it's about sales. And Mark has been fantastic at developing for us a 4-point strategy or 4-pronged approach and strategy. So the first is our marketing, especially digital marketing. As we explained in the past, that we partnered with American Eagle, and Mark has set aside, we'll be spending upwards of $1 million for us on digital marketing. And the very exciting news that I'm really happy to talk about is that while this just started, only so many weeks ago, we brought in so many new customers, and more are coming in every day, and these are corporate customers, and this is fantastic. It's a great start for what we see as a fantastic journey. The second prong, so we have marketing as the first prong. The second prong is direct sales. Mark has said this several times, that we are looking for salespeople. We're interviewing, we're looking for the best of the best who want to make a lot of money working with us and have a great, career here. So we're looking for those sales folks in the cyberspace that can sell our technologies to the enterprise. But one of the things that Mark has been very big on is we're not waiting for that, because as you know, it could take weeks or months to hire good salespeople. So one of the things we've done is I went out and searched of the top marketing firm for outbound sales. And I'm happy to say that we signed an agreement with Exalted. They're one of the country's leading outbound sales organizations. And they are professional salespeople, and they'll start in 2 weeks on September 8th, and they'll be placing, literally their team will each be making hundreds and hundreds of calls a week to potential customers that both from lists that they have as well as that we have. So that direct sales is going to be a very big boost for us. The third part of our 4-prong approach, which I'm very, very excited about, is our distribution. And what I mean by that is our reseller channel. When you take a look, Jane, at all the companies in history that really grew big, it was the Semantics of the world. If you look at the Ciscos of the world, if you look at the McAfees of the world, all the people, especially in tech space, how did they grow? The majority of them grew through a reseller channel. So having a reseller channel is extremely important. Yeah, you have to have your direct sales, but you also have to have your reseller channel. And so one of the things we've done is we just signed a deal with CRN, just over the weekend, in fact. And CRN is one of the country's leading and most trusted source for resellers, with over 780,000 resellers that subscribe to their service. So we'll be launching a program with CRN. We just signed it. It'll launch in about 30 days because, all the things that got to happen in the interim, and they'll be delivering to us 100 new resellers on a quarterly basis. At a minimum, sometimes it could be 150 or 200 resellers. Obviously, then our team has to go through those resellers, make sure they meet the proper criteria to be, a certified reseller of our products. But the exciting thing is we have a professional company that does this for a living that's going to help us build this channel. And our goal is to put on 100 new resellers over the next 12 months. Now, it could be 140, it could be 180, but our goal is minimally 100 new resellers over the next 12 months. That's the third prong. The fourth prong is to continue with our SafeVchat, our API capabilities. As one of the things that Mark talked about in the past is that our SafeVchat, what makes it so unusual, besides all the technology behind it, besides the security, it's the most secure platform in the world, is the fact that we've built a set of APIs that allow the application to be integrated directly to other people's applications. And that's something where, as Mark has talked in the past about some of the deals that we've written, in fact, our largest deal so far is with one of those opportunities where the company came to us and they said, we went to Zoom, we went to WebEx, we went to Meet Me Now, we went to Join Me, we went to, all of the other platforms out there, and none of them could open up a set of APIs, build it in a way that allow their application, their video the conferencing platform, to be embedded directly into someone else's application. Well, we saw that as a huge opportunity. And because of the way that our system was architected, it actually was quite easy for us to do that. So what we've done is we're now expanding on that, on those API integration points, those tools and utilities, to allow any application to essentially embed SafeVchat directly to it. And Jane, that's going to bring very unique types of deals, which ultimately fall into as part of distribution, because those folks will be using it not only for themselves, but distributing it out through their channel. So that's our four-prong approach. It's our marketing and digital marketing. It's our direct sales as well as our outbound sales organizations. It's our working with CRN to build our distribution channel. And then finally, to expand upon our custom SafeVchat APIs. Mm-hmm. So we're very excited where this is going.
Well, and he kind of teed things up nicely for you, Mark. Do you have any sales projections for this year and next?
Well, this is the first time ever that we've actually come up with any sales projections, and we've been working on it for over a month. And yes, we do. That's the great news. And the better news is that they're looking very strong. We are starting to sell a lot of SafeVchat. The products are moving along, creeping up every month, of course, but they'll be large by the end of this year. So we're talking about projections by the end of 2021 of being just under $1 million. And that's projections just under $1 million. Right now, don't forget, we're at something like 120,000. So we expect to do a lot of selling at that point. And a lot of the deals that George is talking about, which talks about the 100 new resellers every month, every quarter or so a month, we don't even think about that. That'll come to us sometime next year. It'll probably fall into 2022 projections. But our 2022 projection right now is just under 2 million, which is a large number as well, but about 1.82 million, which definitely expects to see a lot. But that does not include the CRN new resellers that we'll be getting in, and we expect those numbers to potentially raise that 1.8 million quite a bit. But definitely those are our projections going forward, and we feel very strong about where we're heading.
And are there any companies using the SafeVchat right now, or what kind of stories are they having and experiences are they having with it?
Yeah, Michelle, I appreciate the question, and that's definitely one that we can finally answer, at least one company that gave us permission to use their name. And that company we're talking about is Tundry, which is an investment firm. It's an investment firm that bought over a handful of licenses already, but they're actually having a meeting in the near term of over 1.5 thousand investors coming to it, in which they're going to be pushing our SafeVchat, which sells along with Privacy Lock, and they will be pushing that a lot. And we expect to see quite a bit of sales coming out of that meeting, and that should be in the near term. So we see that as being very beneficial to us, and we thank them for being a major client of ours.
Now, Zoom, of course, is a household word at this point. They're one of your big competitors and worth a lot. I mean, how do you deal with that competition like Zoom?
Yeah. Well, Zoom, again, their market value is over $100 billion. And it seems like if we got only 1% of that, that means we'd be over $1 billion, which is a lot of money, but yet it's small compared to Zoom. And we feel that that would be 1% of the company. And we could easily get that 1% on board, not just through Zoom, but even through other companies, because don't forget, Zoom's been sued twice. The last suit that's out there is for 85 million. And there's been Zoom bombing going on to schools and law firms and many other companies. And everybody knows that. That's public information. But at the same time, that's because they don't have security. We are the first and only major video conferencing tool out there that has security. It's based on security. Oh my God, it's the greatest thing since sliced bread. And it sounds like a corny phrase, but it really is. So we definitely see getting 1% of their clientele easily. We think a lot of law firms and major, legal firms have gone to Zoom because they didn't have too many other choices. Well, now they have a big choice with SafeVchat, and we think we can play a major role in them going forward. And with the marketing we're doing through American Eagle and many other major companies, which is just getting started, we feel they'll all know about us real soon, especially with your ads being out there, your interview. We should do very, very well at that point.
Well, and hybrid work, I think, no matter how all this shakes out, hybrid work is here to stay in some form, and the video conferencing. And so, I mean, what you're doing, providing the cybersecurity, is going to be crucial, I would think, in the future.
I think it's unbelievable. I mean, we felt initially, well, first of all, we started building this thing a year and a half ago. There was no pandemic. There was no issue whatsoever. Then the pandemic came and we really felt lucky. Now the pandemic is actually adding a lot of clients, a lot of opportunities. And even though it's not getting solved and it's still going to be worse, unfortunately, for everybody with the virus, we still feel that the video conferencing tool is going to be phenomenal even beyond the pandemic, because companies like Google told everybody work from home. Marketing companies, good friend of mine, my cousin works for a major marketing company. He's being told work from anywhere you want to. So they're all moving in that direction, whether the pandemic is here or not. Yeah. And that means video conferencing is the only way to see who you're talking to. It'd be fantastic. And with that in mind, keep in mind too that, we're only, under a 5-cent company right now. And so we're the lowest cost video conferencing tool out there. We see that as a huge opportunity as well, that anybody and everybody sees this going on. The only security video conferencing there is, and definitely can easily buy our stock, which is public at this point.
Okay, yeah, lots of upside for sure. So thank you so much, George and Mark, for coming today. Always very interesting to hear the latest in what you're doing.
Right, thank you very much.
Jane, we really appreciate that. And if there's just one last word I could say is about StrikeForce. We're at the intersection of cybersecurity and video conferencing. We're right at that point. And there is no other player in that space. So we've actually carved out our own niche. And that's why we're so excited, and investors should be so excited, because we're the only video conferencing company that's a cybersecurity company, and vice versa. We're the only cybersecurity company that has video conferencing capabilities. So that's what drives us it's a very exciting time for us. Yeah. So we really appreciate this.
Thank you. I look forward to updates.
Okay, thank you very much.